Hi guys, Mr. Off Waffles here. Look at how satisfying this is. Just look at it. With that out of the way, we're going to quickly be running through some new Zombies Easter eggs that have been added into Cold War in the Season 1 update for the game. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. If you appreciate content like this, then make sure you subscribe. But first and foremost, we've got to kick things off with the Der Eisendrache pinball machine. The fact that this thing exists in the first place is just so cool to me. It's really rare that the BO3 classic maps get referenced in Cold War. It's more often than not things like Dead Ops getting referenced, which we'll be talking about a bit later in this video and stuff like that. So seeing DE in the flesh here, well, okay, as close to the flesh as you can get, is awesome in my opinion. And it just makes me think, like, what if later in the DLC season, we go to Vietnam, we go to Kino and Deriz or whatever, and then somehow we end up at like a remake version of DE? How nuts would that be? Maybe people would hate that because they want original maps, but god damn it, it's Der Eisen. Like, there's just something special about that map that I would love to see in the new Cold War Zombies engine. Treyarch, please? Alongside the DE machine, you've got a Monkey Bomb machine, and dude, look at the art here. I need this in my life. The fact that the monkey looks like it's having such a great time, like bouncing around away from those zombies. Like, can we get a minigame for this or like actually play this in Dead Ops somehow, Treyarch? That would be amazing. The interesting thing as well is that on the Monkey Bomb's hat, they've kind of scrawled out the Group 935 logo and changed it so that the numbers are not clear, which is a really interesting tweak given that the new Ether storyline doesn't seem to have any references to Group 935 in it so far. There are a couple of other cool machines too. One of my favorites is Super Dead Ops Cold War. They've thrown out the Black Ops and gone for Super Dead Ops, dude. I love it. A combination of Dead Ops, which I think is a fantastic game mode, and just being super dead, which is how I feel inside at all times. On Super Dead Ops, you also are graced with a little reference to Mason and Reznov as well. So we've got Reznov Easter eggs in this map, which is a nice little surprise. The international, interdimensional, interstitial, internet crossover that you wouldn't have expected or might not have expected comes in the form of this next Easter egg with Bubby. Bubby is in the campaign, so we know that they already had the model, but they put Bubby on a keychain, the poor lad, and strung him up inside the gift shop. What are you doing, Treyarch? Why is Bubby even here in the first place? I mean, we know that obviously Burger Town and Infinite Warfare are kind of linked to Treyarch now, seeing as they've got the Warzone integration pulling both of those worlds together, but putting him in there just makes me think, like, are they planning something? Only time will tell. There's another Dead Ops Easter egg outside. You can actually see the mama back there wielding her wooden spoon. Don't cross her. And speaking of don't cross her, there is a postcard on top of a barrel which is slightly obscured, but it appears to say something Laos. Naga is effing crazy, do not cross. Now, the thing that's crazy about this is that the temple in the picture looks pretty much identical to those that we see in Shangri-La. And Nagas are the kind of dragon serpent things that we see throughout Shangri-La and that have kind of been present in Zombies for quite a long time. The serpent weapon itself, the 3179 JGB215 in Shang, is fashioned out of a Naga. That's the kind of jade thing sitting on top of it. And so the fact that this says Naga is crazy, do not cross, is really interesting. It's also referencing Laos, and I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I've never been able to figure that one out, but Laos is just next to Vietnam, and we know that DLC 1 is set in Vietnam. Samantha actually travels there. I'm working on a big story video about it to tell you guys all the info about that DLC 1 location and everything to come with it. And so the fact that there is another reference here to that part of the world is so interesting to me. So that's Der Eisendrache, Dead Ops Arcade, and DLC 1 all maybe being teased in this same space? There are also Matryoshka dolls on the shelves, and the fact that they have the model for these makes me really think that at some point this season, we might be seeing these things return as a weapon, whether it's DLC 1 or later, and that would be awesome to me, seeing as it was Ascension where we first saw those dolls, and, well, I guess there haven't really been that many references to Ascension recently, but it's the Cold War space race, so it would fit right in if they wanted to go down that route, and if they did so, the dolls would be a perfect fit. I should also point out as well that there are Nova 6 canisters here as well, and it's interesting that they mention Nova 6 actually in D Machine alongside Nova 5. It's like little brother, I think they refer to it as. So cool to see that referenced. I'm going to leave you here with these film posters. Let me know in the comments down below which of these films you would most like to see made in real life, and hopefully this quick update about these cool little Zombies Easter eggs has been enjoyable. Thanks guys, bye for now.